Hey, my lovelies. Welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Daily Vibration. So, if you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. My name is Kamoy, and we are doing the Daily Vibration for May 18th, 2021. Okay, can y'all believe that? We are now more than, not even more than, we are at least halfway through our journey because we're now at day 51 on our level up journey. We currently have 49 more days left to go. Right now, today is Tuesday. Tuesday is ruled by Mars, y'all. All right, so we got some Martian energy in the atmosphere today, along with all of the other planets, because everybody's doing their thing. So we're just focusing on a few. We just like taking a little Snapchat at what's going on in the atmosphere today and what you may be interacting with. And I explained to you guys yesterday that we're going to be doing something different along the way for the next 50 days. So, well, now for the next 49 days, right? So the question that we're going to be thinking about today on our level up journey is what triggers you? A lot of people know that they get triggered or they're easily triggered, but they don't know what triggers them. So the question that I have for you today is what triggers you? What triggers you to be happy? What triggers you to be sad? What triggers you to be emotional? What triggers you to be joyful? What triggers you? What triggers you to be violent? What triggers you to be hostile? What triggers you to shut down? Right? What triggers you? Right? So there's a lot of power that can come from knowing exactly what triggers you, because when you know what triggers you, then you can't be anyone's emotional puppet. You understand what I'm saying? You are left to create your own reality. You are left to create your own experiences, and you're left to walk away with your own perception about a thing, about a person, about a situation, right? So although someone else may see it as they're trying to attack you, because you know what triggers you, you don't have to buy into that attack. You don't have to buy in to that limitation or perception of a thing, right? So the question that you're going to be asking yourself today is what triggers you? There's power that comes in from knowing what your triggers are. All right, you don't have to live being an emotional puppet to your emotions, but there is responsibility that comes with knowing what your triggers are, because then you're responsible for doing the healing work that's required, right? Then you're responsible for not throwing a temper tantrum and then calling yourself a victim and then saying that it's everybody else's fault, right? Then you're responsible for taking control of your emotions. So, know thyself and to thy own self be true. The question today is, what is triggering you? Okay. All right. So as you're moving throughout the day, something that you may want to pay attention to, we have the sun currently in Taurus, second house energy. We've been talking about this pretty much for the whole Taurus season. And we're about to swap out of Taurus season, right? So be mindful that we're moving into third house energy, which is going to be Gemini. And we'll get into that once we get over into Gemini. The first couple of days, or maybe the first week, I'll do a lot of breakdown on the Gemini energy, especially as far as the numeric value and what it means, okay? But we also have the moon in Leo. So there's a lot of confidence in the atmosphere, but there's also a lot of ego in the atmosphere. So you're going to have to deal and tap into your self-will or your willpower within this moon energy in Leo, especially when it comes around money, okay? Pleasure, beauty, stability, all of the things that Venus brings into play or Venus highlights, okay? Now, I did explain to you yesterday that we're really only going to be focusing on one number as we're moving throughout the rest of the level up journey, and that is going to be the ruling number of the day. All right, so the ruling number for today is the number 1. All right, so we're back at the number 1. Yesterday was the number 9. All right, so we're back at the number 1 today. Right, remember 9, completion. We're back at 1. Now the number 1 is all about you being able to express your divinity, right? Through your ego, so to think that there's no duality that exists is really for you not to understand that there are two facets of you. There is the masculine energy and there's the feminine energy, right? So the masculine energy is the creative energy, and the feminine energy is the nurturer or the womb in which that creation then takes form, okay, and then presses it out into the physical realm. So that's your incubation energy, okay? So you have masculine energy and you have feminine energy. And you can't have, just like electricity, you can't have electricity without the positive charge and a negative charge, right? So when you're looking at it from a metaphysical standpoint, okay, so if you're looking at it from an electrical standpoint of view, right? The masculine energy will be the positive charge. That will be the number one. That will be your intention. That will be your motivation. Number one is also attached to masculine attributes, right? So now within the number one, you can find a lot of maybe even forcefulness, right? Because remember, this is the expression or oppression of the divine. And if you're oppressing the divine, right, what happens is that you're going to find yourself not being balanced in your feminine energy. Okay, you're just going to have too much masculine energy and you can come off very forceful or very authoritative. Okay, and people that have a lot of number one in their chart, or people with number one in their chart, you can see that they like to have power, right? Especially in the physical realm. Everything is more done in a manner of the physical realm, being able to express or communicate to the physical realm. And power doesn't necessarily mean that they want to step on people. They just want to have power and control of what they want to express and what they want to say. They don't want their expressive self to be overshunned. Don't do that. Let me tell you how I feel. Let me tell you what I'm thinking. Let me tell you how I want to express myself. Don't try to tell me how I should. Don't try to put me in a box, right? Number one also has the vibration of creating your own reality. So that's not going to fit well for people that's that has number one in their birthday. So you need to keep that in mind. Now, number one also is attached to the vibration of glory, right? So what are you glorifying? Where are you putting your glory? What are you putting your glory in? What are you glorifying, right? Okay, so this is how we're going to be doing your messages today, right? So the vibration of the day, we're dealing with the number one, right? So we're dealing with either authoritative energy, forceful energy, masculine attributes within the day, right? Being able to create your own reality, what's motivating you. Now we're going to tap into the four elements, okay? So when we're even talking about the number four, okay, we're going to be talking about mastery. So whenever you hear me mention the number four, we're really talking about mastery here, okay? Remember, number four is on the physical realm. It has to do with doing, okay? Doing. Physical realm, doing, okay? Hopefully everything came out clearly on the podcast, because I just realized that the microphone was covered for pretty much 8 minutes. So you guys may hear a change in vocals, okay, on the podcast end. So now let me just say this, guys, right? When we're dealing with the four elements, we're talking about self-mastery here. So how I'm going to be breaking down the energies so that you can apply it in your daily life, okay? So we're going to be dealing with the four elements: earth energy, air energy, water energy, as well as fire energy. And we're going to be dealing them more in the sequence of where the sun is right now. So right now the sun is in Taurus, which is earth energy. So we're going to be starting off the message for the day with the earth energy, okay? Now, I am not going to gear the message towards any particular zodiac sign or the zodiac sign per se. What I'm going to be doing is gearing the message towards the archetype or the energy that zodiac sign represents, okay? So for the earth energy, we're going to be dealing with the archetypes of the physical realm, right? So this is going to be I have, I use, and I analyze, okay? I have, I use, and I analyze earth realm, okay? And that is what we're going to be dealing with in the archetype. So if you are not a Taurus, okay, which is an energetic pattern of I have. If you are not a Capricorn, which is the energetic pattern of I use, okay? And if you are not a Virgo, you will be operating in the energetic pattern of I analyze. So remember, I told you that you're not just responsible for mastering your sun sign, right? You are responsible for mastering all aspects of the zodiac wheel, because all aspects of the zodiac wheel are aspects within you, okay? So we're dealing with the earth aspect of you, okay? This is Taurus energy, Capricorn's energy, as well as Virgo's energy, okay? Now, Today we're going to be dealing more so with your chakra and then the wisdom within the chakra. Okay, so Nine of Cups is popping up. So this is about what makes you happy. Okay, remember we're dealing with the energetic patterns I use, and I analyze. So that's going to be Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. All right, so we got Nine of Cups energy popping up here. And within the Nine of Cups energy, we know we're talking about what makes you happy. We also have more Sakura chakra energy with completion popping up here. And then you have solar plexus energy with being determination. And then you got the number 12 popping up here with sacrifices. Okay, so today, my wonderfuls, okay, if you're going to be operating from the realm of the earth, okay, or if you're going to be tapping into the realm of the earth energy today, be mindful of the Nine of Cups energy. Be mindful of being aware emotionally of the things that make you happy, the things that make you joyful, the things that really bring you fulfillment. Okay, there is completion coming in, and it's kind of like emotionally you may have to put some things to bed. You may have to bury some things. You may have to let the past be the past, okay, for this happiness to come in. You may have to push past how you feel today, or push past how things look on the outer realm today, and be determined to get things done. Remember, we are no longer in a place where you are making sacrifices, but you're making decisions. So the decision today should be, right, deal with your emotional stuff. Remember, we're talking about what your triggers, okay? So from the realm of what you have, what you're utilizing, and what you're analyzing today, you want to deal with your emotions. There are things that needs to be put to bed today, okay? You're going to have to tap into some type of determination, and that's going to come forth depending on where you are within your situation. But today's not a day for excuses, okay? Because if today's a day for excuses, you will be making sacrifices and not decisions today, okay? And that's on the earth energy, okay, or archetype. All right, so be mindful of that. All right, so now we're going to hop on over to the air energy, right? So we're operating from this realm if you're not an air sign. Okay, this is where you're going to tap into the archetypes of I think, I balance, and I know. So if you are not an air energy, you're going to be taking this message and applying it to I think, I balance, and I know. Okay, what are you thinking? What are you balancing? And what do you know? All right. Now, I think is Gemini. I balance is Libra, and I know is Aquarius. Okay, so that's if you are within that zodiac realm. But once again, you got to master all 12 of those elements. Okay. So overall, the dominant energy today, you got Eight of Swords in reverse. You also have the instincts card popping up within your chakra and the inner child, rest and rejuvenation. All right, so dominant energy today, you have mixed energy. You have root chakra energy as well as crown chakra energy popping up, okay? The root chakra energy is saying Eight of Swords in reverse is you being able to understand that you can cut yourself out of something. You are only stuck because you think you're stuck. All right? You only stuck because you think you're stuck. Now listen to me. All right? We're dealing from the realm of the air element, right? I think, I balance, and what's that? I know, right? So where are you within your thinking today? Where are you within your balancing of what you're thinking and feeling today, right? Remember, the sun is still in Venus. Libra is ruled by Venus. So you still, you still can operate from that realm. So you have an opportunity to cut yourself free, to let go of things that has been, I want to say, holding you down. Because this is root chakra energy. Root chakra energy has to do with family. It has to do with trust. It has to do with flight or fight mode. It has to do with foundational work, okay? So if your root chakra is fucked up and jacked up, then there's no foundation. You're going to have to trust your instincts today and let go of things that you cannot fix today, okay, within the air realm. Do not give things more headspace today than they need, my love, okay? Do not give things more headspace today than they need. I'm just saying. Okay. Now, you also have showing up here inner child energy, saying that you're going to have to tap into your inner child. Okay. And this is a number 17 card, which is all about number 8 when it's reduced down. So that's new beginnings. All right. So you can tap into some new beginnings, right? Now, Rest and rejuvenation is going to be key. Some of you is literally and legit gonna have to meditate. Like some of you is also gonna have to breathe your way through some situations. Okay, so but you want to pay attention to your incense today, and you don't want to feed into the energy. Remember, don't give anything or anyone more headspace than you need to today. You want to be able to balance, right? Because we're working on triggers today. We're working on the triggers today, okay? You want to be able to balance what you know, okay? You want to be able to balance your thinking also as you're moving throughout this energy today when you're dealing with the air element, okay? So keep in mind, you don't have to be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius to operate with this energy or to utilize this energy. You don't. Okay. All right. So now we're moving on over to the water elements. All right. So water elements is going to be I feel. All right. I desire as well as I understand. So we have Cancer, Scorpio, as well as Pisces. All right. So if you're not a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, you're going to tap into this element from the I feel aspect, from the I desire aspect, and from the I understand aspect. Okay. What are you feeling? What are your desires? What do you understand, or what don't you understand for that matter, right? So that's how you're going to be utilizing this energy today, all right? Ooh, beautiful energy. Ace of Cups and mysticism. See, this is my water signs. Y'all just all up in there with the energy today. We have root chakra energy, family, trust, stability. This is what's grounding you. This is foundation, okay? Beautiful energy. Ace of Cups means things that come into alignment, and you're going to have to use your mysticism today. You're going to have to see things as you want them to unfold today, all right? A lot of beautiful energetic energy around you from ancestors, from guides, from elements. Okay, there's a lot of potent energy in the atmosphere right now. For those of you that are tapping in, angels and masters numbers. So this is also self-mastery, stepping up. We have within this particular sequence, you got master number 33. Right, so you know 3 is the number to the gateway plane of memory, right? And when you're tapping into memory, you also have access to your imagination, right? You also have access to your willpower. You also have access to the action part of the memory plane, which is the number 9, right? So let me explain something to you guys, right? Everything that you experience is not by coincidence. There's no coincidence, right? You are constantly creating, and you're creating from these elements, right? I just broke down 3 of the elements. Right now, we're in the feeling element, and the topic today is what is your triggers, okay? What is your triggers? So today, if you have some defeat thoughts or some internal conflict going on or external conflict going on, you want to tap into your love bubble. You want to tap into the mysticism that dwells within. You want to tap into your feelings, and you want to tap into your angels, your guides, the angles of light, okay? Code information that's coming in, the download, the uploads. You want to tap into all of that information. You do not want to and what I'm hearing literally is put up a barricade, to put up an emotional barricade, okay? This conflict and defeat card, just so you know, is a number 5 card, and we've been dealing with the number 5 for the whole year. We've also been dealing with number 5 for the whole month. So, you know, we're talking about change, but we're also talking about heart chakra energy with this number 5. Yeah, that conversation that you be having with yourself, that emotional back and forth that you be having with yourself. Yeah, okay? Master that today. Use your power, okay? Call in that help that's out there to assist you today, okay? Because, you know, whoever controls you emotionally, controls you mentally, controls you physically, okay? And then you become an emotional puppet. So you want to be mindful of that as you're moving throughout the energy today, okay? So now last but not least, we have the element of the fire signs, right? Or the fire element, right? So this is I am, This is I will, and this is I perceive. Now, I am and will be the Aries energy. I will be the Leo energy, and I perceive will be the Sagittarius energy. Okay, but if you're not a Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius, you can tap into the I am energy at any time. You can tap into the I will energy, and you can tap into the I perceive energy at any time. So wherever these message resonates with you, you want to grab what you need, leave what you do not. Okay, don't try to force it. All right, so Knight of Wands energy is popping up. So you may have somebody being a little bit frustrated today in their communication as well. This could be someone that you actually care about, right? You got the Knight of Wands in reverse, and then you got the Passion card here paired with that energy. Throat chakra energy popping up on here, as well as sacral chakra energy popping up, which we know sacral chakra energy is also popping up, saying that you're gonna have to be a little bit flexible in your communication today, so you don't get frustrated. Remember, everyone is not as passionate about the same things. That does not mean that they can't support you in the way that they can. It may not be the way you think it should look, but they can still support you the way they can. All right. So you need to know that, because there's going to be some, I want to say, a little miscommunication and frustration today. Now, let me just say this also. If you're an empath, we're in the shadow of retrograde, which means that you can pretty much start to feel the miscommunication already in the ear. If you're sensitive enough, you can feel that already starting to happen, okay? So be mindful to be flexible today, all right? Prosperity begins. But, sometimes when you're starting off in your journey, especially when you feel like you've over communicated, you've explained yourself, and people don't get it, right? Sometimes other people really operate from different elements of thinking, or from different elements of being. So you could be in the fire element dealing with the I am energy today, the I will energy, and the I perceive energy. And somebody else could be in the earth energy, the I have, I use, and I analyze. So they're not really trying to perceive what you're saying, because they analyze it and it don't really line up, right? So, or give them time, right? Communicate the best that you can, give them the time, and allow them to tap into that I analyze energy to bring in that balance. It's really, you're going to have to learn to be an individual and allow others to be an individual today within this fire element, okay? Watch your triggers. Watch what triggers you. Watch what frustrates you as you're moving throughout the energy today, right? So material and spiritual prosperity is here for everyone today. Communication is going to be key. So we have throat chakra energy popping up, as well as being able to meditate. Think before you breathe, right? Think before you respond. Okay, so you don't want to react, you want to think and then respond within this energy, okay? Self-mastery is going to be key, which means that you may have to tell yourself how to feel and what to think today, okay? That's just how it is. And as you do that, you're going to find that you're going to gain spiritual strength and enlightenment happening today, all right? This is fertile ground. The question is, what are you planting in this season? And are you going to be happy with what pops up, okay, once your stuff has rooted in that it's blooming season, right? Now you're planting the seeds. The question is, are you going to like what you see come blooming season? Okay? All right, my love. Y'all know the deal. Okay? Don't forget, there's a lot of energy in the atmosphere. You can choose what state of being you want to be in. Don't be afraid of the dark. Okay? Remember, out of darkness comes enlightenment. Okay? You want to do something kind for yourself today. You want to love yourself. And I am going to see you guys in tomorrow's Daily Vibration. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, my loves. Bye.